Hello, my name's Fox9, and I'm at Fox. And before I start this, first off, a few things. Because I'm a bit against Disney slightly right now. Well, no, I am against Disney right now. Because there is some things that they're doing that is not necessarily great. So before I review this, know a few things. One, I'm watching this through a quote-unquote third-party application. So let's just say Disney is not really getting support from me from this. Two, Disney has done things that are not the greatest in the last few things. Things from being transphobic with cutting two episodes of about trans people within two different shows, along with the voice actor of Peter Parker in this being a bit of a dumbass, saying that he didn't want the show to be too woke. So, and also, mind you, they cut the trans episodes because of a certain winning party in America right now, in the presidential things. So, just, screw them for that. And, screw this dude, this voice actor. Not this producer, I don't know that, the voice actor. For Peter Parker, because he, again, it's kind of a dunce. So, just wanted to get that out there before I review this, because one, I've been asked to review this, and also I was excited to review it because I've been told it's actually a very good Spider-Man show. But I just wanted to get all of that out of the way before I actually review this. Again, and I will say this also, both things that Disney has tried to do certain things, like one, this show is woke as fuck. Down to Nico being gay, down to, female Dr. Connors, as well as a bunch of other little things in here that, honestly, I think is pretty done well. And also, on that same note, too, I did watch Captain America Brave New World, which it was a decent movie, and they at least tried to cut out the racist piece of shit that's in that as well. That being the ex-Black Widow character, because they even at one point have her in her super suit, but you never see her actually use it or do anything of that actual importance to the plot. It's kind of hilarious. But anyways, beside the point. She's a piece of shit. Just want to say that right now. Kind of sad she didn't die in the movie. Alright, but in any case, beside the point, Spider-Man. The first two episodes. I'm trying to review these every 2 episodes. So, it is, I think, what was it? Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man? Hold on. It is Amazing Fantasy and the Parker Luck. Where pretty much this is taking place in the MCU, or at least an alternate reality of the MCU, where pretty much the differences are, at least as far as I can tell, the main differences are, in this timeline, Peter does not get bit. Peter gets bit by a spider from... Well, no, actually, no. I don't even know. That might actually still be part of the MCU part. I don't say that. The difference of this versus MCU is that Tony Stark isn't the one who pulls Peter into an internship. Norman Osborn is, along with Norman Osborn and Harry Osborn actually existing in this universe. No, we... Why is it the camera? Them existing in this universe, which we know in the MCU, in the main MCU timeline, Earth 199999, it is not 616. Shut the hell up, Disney. That timeline is or that timeline. That is, then that timeline, Osborn is not in that universe, as we know from No Way Home. So. And also, it seems like the internship happens a little bit earlier, I think, than... Because I don't know, was he a freshman in the first Spider-Man movie? If he was, then yeah, there's a few more differences, but still, in any case. Yeah, so Peter in this world... Actually, let me cut to the opening. Also, I like him better with that hair than the hair he has. Yeah, there's this dude. But, that's kind of the major difference. Also, Peter doesn't get bit by a radioactive spider, he gets bit by a spider from another universe. So they're taking from Spider-Verse now. So, Spider-Verse must be doing something right for Disney to be like, we need to try to make that. Honestly, I'm kind of miffed about that a little bit. I'm like, really? You had to try to take something else from Miles? Like, I don't know why Gwen has electric powers in the comics right now, even though also her powers also are connected to her symbiote. So does the symbiote have electric powers? I need to look up on that. And then also now this Peter has a Spider-Verse spider bite, like from the multiverse. But then again, maybe this is tying into something with the multiverse itself, because I believe this is tying into the whole multiverse timeline stuff, the multiverse saga. So, wouldn't surprise me if maybe they're going to try to tie Peter being part of the Spider-Verse, tying that into the multiverse itself, with all the different strands that Loki's holding together. So now you're going to sit here with me. So, in any case, So pretty much, Peter gets bit by the spider on his first day going to Midtown High, where Doctor Strange comes in with, it looks like Venom. It looks like Venom, but like it's like a 6-armed Venom. Like it's like if Peter became Man Spider, but then also was affected by the by the symbiote. And also, I think the spider might also have been a symbiote. I'm not entirely sure. But, so, yeah. And then that pretty much, Doctor Strange pops in, is like, well, I'm in the wrong universe. Grabs Venom, takes him away, and leaves a spider behind that accidentally bites Peter. Knocks him out immediately. That Venom moves quick. Not the symbiote, but, the Venom from the spider. Knocks him out quickly. A few months later, he's Spider-Man, swinging around, has his whole suit thing, has been saving people. Also, apparently, I guess Uncle Ben is dead. Yeah, no shit, Uncle Ben is dead. But I mean that in the sense of Uncle Ben didn't die when Peter was a superhero, which is the usual thing. He actually died without it. Which, okay, I'm okay with that. Like, it's a different take on it. Because a big thing about the original MCU storyline idea was that we didn't need to rehash Peter's backstory because we'd already seen it, 2 times prior. So we could just dip into him immediately becoming Spider-Man. And then people got pissy because they were dumb thinking that Uncle Ben never existed then. Which I'm like, wow, you people are morons. I'm going to be making fun of some people. Because Spider-Man I love. He's one of my favorite superheroes of all time. And I freaking hate I freaking hate a lot of people who talk shit about lots of things. And mind you, if you like organic webs, get the hell out now. Organic webs on Peter Parker as an actual power. I like organic webs on on Miguel O'Hara. I like it on Silk. Not on Peter. That's not Peter's thing. Peter's a Spider-Man with gadgets. That's his whole thing. You don't give him web shooters. That is the stupidest shit you could do to Peter Parker. Raimi. God. Sorry. Can you tell that I like Spider-Man, but also I hate the people who like to complain about Spider-Man? In any case. Yeah, so his origin story is slightly different. Well, it is very different from what our usual thing is, which, cool. I like that. I want to see how that's going to play out then. I will say though, let me see, because I have a shit ton of notes, and I'll get through them. But I will say though, there is a love plot line going on where he's in love with his old babysitter, Pearl, who's 2 years older than him. Which, that's not the problem with it. The problem with it is that Pearl is also then already has a boyfriend in Lonnie Lincoln, who I believe does become Tombstone. Which also, Lonnie's a great guy and asks Peter to be his partner. He legit asks to be his science partner because Peter's so smart. And legitimately, I like Lonnie a lot. I like that whole thing, especially because I like the friendship that they kind of forming. That's really cool.
Zosie, go lay down.
So Lonnie asks Pearl, his old babysitter, out first. It looks like they've already been dating for a minute, though. It doesn't feel like they were just a new thing. So I'm looking at him I don't think that she was ever on the market. I do like that Nico said she was going to try to date him first, also. Date Pearl out first, also. I'm I like that. But, man, what is it? this, I don't know, maybe this is a personal thing for me. I hate that. I hate that plot line so much. Because, I don't know, maybe it's just a me thing. But, if someone is already taken, why go after them? I get it. They're teenagers, whatever. I guess hormones, whatever bullshit you want to say. I don't know. For me personally, I just hate that plot line. I'm just like, wow, Peter's kind of a dick. Like, stop trying to go after his girl. And then also you're friends with him at the end of, like, episode 1. So, like, you're kind of even more of a dick now. I'm like, I don't know. I don't like that. But at the very end, after Peter actually does save Harry, which one point he fights some dudes in the alleyway. You've seen it in, like, that one trailer. And, like, he webs a brick and just into a dude's head, and they're all like, oh! It's like, yeah, oh, you just killed that man! Or the point where freaking he slams a dude into a face there, and then he slams a door into another one, and it hits him so hard he sends it flying to the back of a wall where he hits the back of his head. I'm like, he's dead, Jesus, man. You're gonna have a body count in this show. But, yeah, there's Lonnie. But, also he has his glasses on for some reason. Mind you, I guess, yeah, it separates him from every other Spider-Man version where he loses the glasses immediately. But also, I do question now, like, did he just find some glasses with, like no prescription lenses on them? Yeah, pretty much at the end of episode 1, that's when Osborn pops in, tells him, hey, internship. And, like, oh, cool, which I thought, like, it was because he already saved Harry, and, like, Oscorp already tracked down who Spider-Man was that he did this. And it probably is probably still the case, especially because Peter's swinging around, which one, I like his beginner suit in this one, yeah. His beginner suit looks pretty good with the jersey and the mask and all that stuff. It looks pretty good, and, like, the chunky web shooter, like, backpack thing with the strings on it, the hoses on it. It looks pretty decent. Ain't gonna lie. He also was drawing at one point. That being said, like, again, like, we find out episode 2, like, anyway, Oscorp asks him for an internship, which is an actual internship, where he has to go at the end of the, the next day, which even May tells him at one point when he's getting info about the internship, like, what's the money situation? Is this a paid internship? Which I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. It feels weird. I don't know. For me, it feels weird that at May's at the, hey, ask about money. I'm like, I don't know. That was a bit, I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like, maybe it's just a me thing. I feel like Aunt May shouldn't be exactly like, I would prefer Aunt May was trying to say, like, don't think about the money, where Peter was the one who asked about the money bit. I don't know, maybe it's supposed to be more realistic or something. I don't know. I just feel more along the lines of, I like it better when it's Peter's the one who's worrying about the money, and Aunt May's like, you shouldn't be worrying about the money. I don't know. Maybe that's a me thing. It's a nitpick. Everything else is good. The animation's actually pretty decent. It is funny, though, when you see some of the background characters are 2D while other ones are 3D. It's like, alright. But pretty much, when he actually does get the internship in the second episode, he has to get there at 4 o'clock, and Mr. Osborn says, just tell him to send you straight to my office, and I'll give you a tour myself. And he's like, awesome. He comes in, Lonnie's about to have a big game with everyone. That tells him to rub the thing so Peter can get good luck. Peter goes to the game for like a little bit, but then obviously he's late after. Also, again, he's trying to woo, like, Pearl, who already has a boyfriend, which, again, I just think, like, I hate that. I'm like, she's already taken. Stop. Like, oh my god, stop. Okay, well, I ain't kiss. she's already taken, so I'm just like, I'm like, just stop with that fucking, stop with that plot line. I hate that plot line already. I really, really do. I really, really hate that plot line. Just stop it. Like, oh my god, like, okay, fine. If she ever breaks up with Lonnie, fine. Go after her, I guess. But also, on that same note, stop! Because she's already in a relationship. Stop! Like, I don't know, that's stupid. Here's the thing. I watched Gentry Chow. And there's a whole thing with, like, you know, Gentry and freaking, is his name Michael? The other kid, like, he's in a relationship, sure. Whatever. And it also gets really funky at one moment where the ex-girlfriend goes, I wasn't really like him anyway. It's like, what the hell? Like, I will say right now, not the greatest writing of that note. But I will say at least, she did at least wait till, like, after he was broken up before she really did try to do anything. So, I don't know. I don't like that bit. And then obviously Peter's gonna be late. He goes there. The one scientist is an asshole to him. What is it? There's Asha from Wakanda. There's Thaddeus Cho, which I believe is the Iron Spider. I think he's the Iron Spider. I think. Hey guys, Peter wants to be in robotics. All this other shit happens. He goes instead with Dr. Connor, who picks him up, and they're studying like ways to generate energy similar to the arc reactor, but not because it's patented. And pretty much eventually there's a fire. After like a certain point, he's having a decent time. The Ravens won Lonnie's team, and you know him and Miko get invited to a party. He's like, yeah, I'll be there. Don't worry. And here's another small nitpick, I guess. Maybe. I haven't seen anyone complain about it. Actually, I've seen people complain about the opposite of it. I'm just kind of happy it does. I know that eventually it'll get sorted out. So, okay, so pretty much Peter gets stuck at the job, but then also there's a fire happens, which there's a whole funny thing where I don't think he's an arsonist. He's like, I like fires when he sees a fire on the news. Peter obviously goes to go stop the fire guy, and obviously he's not going to make it to the party, and you know it's going to seem like he blew off Miko and all this other stuff. Okay. I hate the secret identity from your loved ones trope. I hate that shit with a passion. I hated that shit back when I watched Spider-Man 1994. I hated that shit. God, I hated that shit for every superhero movie following after, superhero movie, show, etc. after that. I hate that shit. Mind you, I specifically said from loved ones, not from everyone. I don't need Peter Parker's identity or Spider-Man identity to be known to everyone. I don't. But his loved ones should know. Because fucking hell, I hate it. Oh my god, I hate it. Oh my god. And mind you, you want to know what's a really great superhero show that literally showed me the promised lands, that showed me what could be some of the greatest superhero stories if they actually did tell, you know, their loved ones? Static Shock. By God, do you understand how, like, amazed I was as a little kid when Static told his dad found out that he was Static Shock. And there was the whole thing like, yeah, they didn't tell the sister. Fine, whatever. But there's the whole bits where, like, you know, the dad was covering for Static. The whole bits where, like, he's like, hey, can you fix my razor? And he's like, ah, sure. Here you go, Dad. Like, do you understand how cool that was? How amazing that was? You know? And I'm like, God, and then obviously, no, we gotta have the whole shit where he goes like, well, we guess you gotta blow off the party, whatever, and with all that other stuff. And I'm like, God damn it, shut up. I'm like, it's not anything against her, it's against the writers. Stop with this trope. And spoilers, I guess. I know, like some shit got spoiled on Twitter. No shit. I'm weeks behind. But, like, apparently Miko eventually is gonna find out that he's Spider-Man and get very hurt from not being told it. And people blew it. I was like, oh my God, you can't keep secret. Shut up. shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Because, oh my god, did I see, oh my god, she's like Amber from Invincible. She's like Lois from My Adventures Superman. One, I don't know this one's context yet, so I'm gonna wait till I actually see it. But I will say this in that note. Amber's a dick. Fuck her. Legitimately, what Amber's thing is and Lois Lane's from My Adventures Superman are not the same. At all. One of them is a girl who got mad her boyfriend is saving people instead of going on a date with her. The other literally is seeing her future boyfriend get the shit kicked out of him, literally needs help to fight whatever's coming next, and wants to be there by his side to help him. Those two situations, and is literally trying to tell him to open up, because if he doesn't, he will die. Those are two totally different scenarios. And mind you, I'm probably going to go on a rant again when I eventually get to that episode for this show. I just want to get that tangent out real quick here, and then when I go to that, just whatever. Those two scenarios are completely different from each other. And again, I'm going to give this show, for right now, the benefit of the doubt, because the writing is so far pretty decent. Just, again, two hiccups that I don't like about the storyline right now. Peter going after someone who's already in a relationship. Not good. Hate that. And two, the secret identity bullshit from loved ones. I get it, I guess, friends. I don't know. I feel like Peter would be able to trust Nico. But, whatever. Whatever. All I'm saying on this note is, those are two things I don't like. Everything else, it's fine. Everything else is pretty good. I like the action. I like the stuff. The swinging is kind of weird. The swing animation is pretty decent. I do like it, but also there are some bits where I'm looking at it, I'm like, yeah, he's gonna hit the ground. Yep, he's supposed to hit the ground there. He's supposed to hit the ground there. If he didn't hit the ground, bullshit. That's the only thing. That's very nitpicky. Very nitpicky. Animation-wise, it's pretty good. It's cool seeing him swinging around, cool around saving people. Love that shit. Will say, though, again, I would look at him like, man, you probably could have pulled up the string a little bit, because he looks like he should be hitting the wall. Just maybe move the camera a little. I don't know. But yeah, other than that, the writing is very good. Let me see. Is there anything extra in my notes I should pay attention to? Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the whole point with the fire thing. He goes to the fireplace to fight the fire dude with the gauntlets, and he's burning down a building, and he's the Spider-Man walks through and he's like, hold on a minute, before I fight you, I gotta make sure there's no other civilians in here. He goes, what do you think, I'm a monster? I'd make sure everyone knows. Oh, that's gonna make this easier. And then the guy gives his whole thing yeah, I was hired to burn down all of 52nd Street to make way for so that the new guy, my big boss, can buy up this entire thing. And then Spider-Man's like, this is 51st Street. You're on the wrong street. And he's like, what? And he's like, yeah, you're on the wrong street. And he gets mad, starts burning shit anyways. Peter beats the shit out of him, kicks him out a window into a pet store where he then has to save the animals from being burned alive and then also from each other. Eventually he pulls down a fish tank, slams down the guy. He's like, oh my god, did I knock you out? And then the guy gets up and Peter just goes, doosh! Slams his face, and the guy's like, oh, I'm sorry! I'm like, that's kind of funny. Alright, let's see. Terrible henchman, burning wrong place, slap the hell out of him. Oscorp, obviously bad guy. And then the Gauntlets had Oscorp on the side because for some reason they decided to brand that shit and give it to somebody. I don't know, it's freaking stupid. Also, there's a point where they're fighting when he saves Harry and he's getting chased by some guys who are streaming, which apparently some people thought, oh, Spider-Man's streaming his crime fighting. And apparently some people just didn't watch the show and just thought that, because I remember seeing someone literally last week going he streams his fights. I'm like, unless there's an episode later, I think that's not true. Also, it is funny when that whole streaming thing happens. At one point, at the very end of it, Screwball pops into the chat going, come to my stream to watch it. I'm like, no. He gets hit by a car at one point. Means MCU Peter also got powers from the multiverse spider. Wouldn't surprise me if that's the case. Oh, and there's a Batman reference. There's a point where in the comments of the live stream, he goes, "You got beat up by a guy wearing hockey pads." And I'm like, all right, that's pretty funny. Also, Peter has fingerless gloves, so he's just leaving fingerprints everywhere. And then at the very end, he goes back to Oscorp. It seems like he's in trouble because Norman calls him up to his office, which I'm like, well, you were supposed to go there anyways. But he goes up there and turns out that there's obviously cameras in Oscorp, and he had has an image of Peter putting on the Spider-Man suit to go save people. And so Norman now knows that he's Spider-Man. So that's that. That's where this last 2 episodes end. Again, I want to try to do this every 2 episodes. I'm sorry, this video is kind of a mess. But yeah, this is a decent one. This is a decent show so far. Again, 2 biggest gripes are him going after someone who already has a boyfriend, who's also a pretty decent boyfriend, and becomes friends with that boyfriend, but then is still trying to prove himself to the girl so the girl could go with him. That's so shitty. Like, legitimately, I hate that so much. That's almost as shitty as the freaking Raimi shit where he's like, oh my god, I can't be with you, Mary Jane. It'll put you in danger. But then the next movie, he's still like, oh, Mary Jane. I'm like, you idiot. Either be with her or don't. Have some goddamn balls. Like, holy shit. Andrew, I believe more Andrew Garfield's one where he immediately told the girl he liked, that he's Spider-Man. Because on 2 factors. 1, it immediately got that shit out the window of secret identity. 2, it is a very stupid thing that a teenager would do, to try to impress a girl. And 3, at least he had the balls to say, I'm going to stay with her and I'm going to protect her. Yes, it might put her in danger, but then again, this is a partnership. This is a relationship. And Gwen is in on it. Gwen wants to help, wants to be with her. It is literally a partnership between those 2. By God, I'd say they were already married. So, shove off with the Raimi crap. I hate it so much. God, I hate the Raimi movies. Except for 3. 3 was actually good. That's the one where Peter's actually kind of happy in the beginning and likes being Spider-Man. Wonder why I like it. God, I hate it. And also, he doesn't shit on the whole, with great power comes great responsibility, like he does in 2, which I goddamn hate that. And let people die eating a hot dog. People gave me shit for liking the Star Wars show, Acolyte. By God, I don't want to see what anyone's going to say if anyone stumbles upon my reviews of these and sees my rants about Raimi. In any case. Show's decent. Disney, you're on goddamn thin ice, so watch yourself. Yeah, I would say so far, it's pretty decent. Would I say to watch it officially yet? I'd say give Disney a few more minutes and let's see how everything plays out. Because if they're, leaning towards a certain people who are kind of evil pieces of shit, maybe not. But, story-wise, for just being a Spider-Man story alone, without that whole shit, so far it's pretty decent. But it does have 2 tropes that I really, really fucking hate. So I'm gonna hope that shit kind of gets squashed quick. But I'm gonna go ahead and guess probably not. In any case, thank you for watching. Share my videos. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Sorry if I'm very angry. There's been a lot of stressful things right now. Sorry. And, I like Spider-Man. I love the Webhead. He's my favorite superhero. And knowing some shady things that Disney's doing, as well as some other shady things going on, and also just the fan base of Spider-Man itself, I kind of get a little heated, so I apologize. But thanks for watching my videos, and we will. It's my name is Fox, another name Fox. Subscribe buttons around there, so I'm sure all my other videos. Hopefully enjoy this. I completely forgot my outro, and we'll see you later. Yeah, but I'm excited to see what happens next, especially with Norman, because I guess now he's going to get some new suits, I think. So, let's see.